Hello everyone and welcome back to my run through all of the episodes of Game of Thrones. We are up to Season 2, Episode 6, which I've been told is called The Old Gods and the New. I am a newbie to Game of Thrones. I'm seeing all these episodes for the very first time and commenting on them as I go, and then I'm giving you the analysis of what I think is happening and why it's happening as a sweet summer child. So, follow along with me by hitting the subscribe button, turning on your notifications, and then every time we post a new Game of Thrones reaction video here on CinemaBlend, you will be told. So without further ado, let's dive right into Season 2, Episode 6, The Old Gods and the New. I cannot figure out why Theon is betraying Robb. Winterfell, you in trouble, baby. He's writing, help.
I've taken your castle.
Theon?
He's Prince Theon now.
What a betrayal.
My men are bringing your people together in the courtyard.
Why?
So you and I can go down and tell them how you've yielded Winterfell to me.
I won't.
The castle is mine, but these people are still yours. You'll yield to keep them safe.
Child has more honor than you.
Yielded Winterfell to Theon.
Louder. Say Prince Theon.
I've yielded Winterfell to Prince Theon.
It's your dream, little lord. The ocean has come to swallow this place.
Everyone looks out for number one.
Sir Roderick, it grieves me that we meet as foes.
It grieves me you've less honor than a back-alley whore.
Huh.
You've served this house faithfully, old man. But keep talking, and I'll...
You cannot let that stand. He must pay.
I'll lock him in a cell until he rots
No,
right.
he has to pay the iron price. They'll never respect you while he lives.
Sir Roderick, I sentence you to death.
Oh,
Roderick!
right now?
Please! No, please stop it!
Oh, come on! Come on!
You can't tame a wild thing. You can't trust a wild thing. Come on. We've got to find these goat f***ers before night falls and they find us.
You call him God? That's awesome.
Lord Peter Baelish.
Oh, this will be fun.
Lord Tywin.
Baelish.
I travelled here directly from Renly Baratheon's camp.
Ah, the late King Renly.
The Tyrells have not yet declared for any of the surviving kings.
Tyrell host has returned to High Garden.
They have.
Oh, does he recognize
Pardon, my
her?
lord.
It's only wine.
You would ride there yourself?
Tonight, with your leave.
I'll have an answer by nightfall. That'll be all, girl.
He definitely recognizes her. A lady?
The girl. A wildling. What's your name?
Egret.
She was reaching for this axe when you got to her. Give her half a chance, she'll bury it in your face.
I gave you my name.
I'm Jon Snow. What waits beyond the pass?
The free folk.
How many?
Hundreds and thousands.
Can't spare a man to watch her. Can't let her go. She'll bring Mance Raider's army down on us. Needs to be done. Want me to do it? No. No, I'll do it. Come, brothers. We'll leave him to it. We'll meet you at the top.
You can do it, John. You can do
never
it.
killed a woman before, did you?
You must. Do it,
Will you
Jon
burn me?
Snow.
Strike hard and true. Jon Snow. Be quick about it.
Do it, John. Do it.
Bastard! Do it!
John. Do not send her out.
The sun's going down, Jon Snow. And your friends are nowhere close.
May the Seven guide the princess on her journey.
I want you to know what it's like to love someone. To truly love someone. Before I take her from you.
Get the prince back to the keep now.
Mind you did that and bring him to me!
Hold on!
Don't do it! Just kill them!
A revolt!
Move! Move!
vicious kings, and we've had idiot kings, but I don't know if we've ever been cursed with a vicious idiot.
You can't!
I can, I am!
They attacked me!
They threw a cow pie at you, so you decide to kill them all. They're starving, you fool, all because of a war you started.
You're talking to a king!
And now I've struck a king. Did my hand fall from my wrist? Where is the stalker?
Let them have her!
If she dies, you'll never get your Uncle Jamie back.
Hound! Oh! Entrails! No!
Are you hurt, my lady? Little bird's bleeding. Someone take her back to her cage.
The mother of dragons.
Here he comes.
So, my little princess, what is it you want?
My birthright. The 7 kingdoms of Westeros.
I cannot give you what I do not have.
I'm asking you for ships. I need to cross the Narrow Sea.
You ask for ships. You say I shall be repaid triple. But before you repay your debts, you must seize the 7 kingdoms. Do you have an army?
Not yet.
You do not have an army. Do you have powerful allies in Westeros?
There are many there that support my claim.
When were you there last?
I left when I was a baby.
So, in truth, you have no allies. I admire your passion. But in business, I trust in logic, not passion.
Who taught you to read?
Look out.
My father. Did you know your father, my lord?
I did. He loved us. He was a good man, not a weak man. A weak man who nearly destroyed our house and name.
He's gonna know you took that. He's seen Robin sometime.
What might this be? Let's go and ask him.
Told you're gonna get caught. I told you. Well, her gig is up unless that dude gets killed.
Amory Lodge.
The girl has named a second name. And then we'll do what must be done.
Now!
Now. Whew, that was too close. Oh, wait till Rob finds out about Theon. Oh, what's this girl's name? The medic.
Lady Talisa. Perhaps you'd join me. If you've got time, of course. For, well...
Rob?
Aw, I love when Starks reunite. They're so spread out nowadays.
Lady Talisa.
You are promised to another. A debt that must be paid.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I haven't forgotten.
Your Grace, my lady. News from Winterfell.
Shoot. Oh.
Too dark to go any farther today.
Kill her. John
We'll
makes
stay
life
warmer if we stay close.
more difficult for himself all the time.
I think they're out looking for you.
Yes.
You're brave.
You're a fool.
Stupid.
Ah.
But brave.
Stop it.
She's seducing him. It's a different
This
game.
cannot be true.
North of the wall.
We've had ravens from White Harbor. I'm afraid it is true.
Why would Theon?
Because the Greyjoys are treasonous whores.
My brothers?
We've heard nothing of them. But Roderick Cassell is dead.
I told you never trust a Greyjoy.
She did.
I must go north at once.
There's still a war to win, Your Grace.
How can I call myself king if I can't hold my own castle?
Let me send word to my bastard at the Dreadfort. He can raise a few hundred men and retake Winterfell before the new moon.
Tell your son Brandon Rickon's safety is paramount. And Theon, I want him brought to me alive. I want to look him in the eye and ask him why. And then I'll take his head myself.
I hate the Starks as well as you do. Let me serve you, my lord. We know things. The free people. Savage things.
Waits outside.
She gonna let her people into Winterfell? Oh, she's working for the Starks.
Do you think the path from poverty to wealth is always pure and honorable? I have done many things, Khaleesi, that a righteous man would condemn. And here I am.
Whoa! What happened here? Who did all this?
Bar the gates! Ring the bell!
Where are they?
No! Her dragons?
Where are my dragons?
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who took them? Spice King? Who is that? Who is that? Who has them? Who has them? Oh, come on. Now I need to find out. Who would take the mother of dragons' dragons? This is a mistake. Boy, people are making mistakes left and right. People are choosing to trust certain people and they're letting their guard down, and it's going to be a disaster or a win, I guess, right? Like Theon lets his guard down and he takes Asha? I'll figure out how to pronounce her name. The servant into his bed, and then I thought when she got up out of his bed, I thought she was going to potentially let her people from north of the wall in. But no, it turns out she has loyalty to the Starks. It looks like at the very end she's helping Bran and Hodor, and maybe they're going to make a move against Theon and his army from Greyjoy. And at the same time, Robb wants the Greyjoys, and he definitely wants to, as he says, look Theon in the eye and take his head from his body. This is what I find the most fascinating about where we are in Season 2 of Episode 6. Throughout the course of Season 1, it was Starks versus Lannisters, and their respective locations would be Winterfell and King's Landing. Both of those places are extremely vulnerable. The surprise that hit me in this episode, The Old Gods and the New, is that there's a revolt in King's Landing, and the people don't respect Joffrey at all. And because Joffrey is a petulant child, they don't mind flaunting in his face that they know he's a bastard and that they know he's not a worthy leader, to the point where they threw cow shit at him. And his immediate response is kill them all. And it leads to a bloody massacre in the streets that almost gets Sansa raped and killed over the course of it. And Tyrion understands that he needs to protect her, because without Sansa, they have no Starks in their hands, and then they're never going to get Jaime back. And we haven't seen Jaime in forever. I actually do miss Jaime Lannister, and I hope that he's a significant part of the show soon. But so far, he's just been trade bait, and I want to figure out how he's going to factor into it. What was fascinating about the fact that Tyrion immediately knew, like, I gotta get Sansa back, and it's the Hound who saves her. But when he says, I didn't do this for you, to Tyrion, who did he do it for? Like, I'm kind of, he didn't do it for Joffrey. That's a suggestion that there's a longer reveal to come from that. Also, let's talk Littlefinger, because Littlefinger now has figured out that Arya is Arya Stark, and that she is working for Tywin Lannister, but he chooses not to reveal it right there. And we know how he feels about having knowledge over somebody. To him, that's pure power, and we're going to have to see how that plays out. But Arya takes matters into her own hands. She gets discovered for stealing a note, but is able to claim the fact that she has 2 more lives left in her personal vendetta against the guy who she helped save from the cage. A guy whose name I still don't really know yet. Don't yell at me too loudly in the comments, but I'll figure out who that is. I like that Arya's currying favor with Tywin, and that she's able to pick up information about the Lannisters' moves against Robb Stark. I can't wait to see how she figures that out. So Winterfell is in a bad spot, but there seem to be some plans going on behind the scenes to potentially take it back from the Greyjoys. Now there's 2 forces moving on Winterfell to take the Greyjoys out, and Theon is without a doubt not the worthy leader to be able to defend what he has taken. Cersei's daughter is shipped away, and she hates Tyrion for that reason, and I think that her anger at Tyrion is really bad news for Shae. Lady Talisa, I'm intrigued who she is. I want to find out what her story is. I like that she's a potential love interest for Robb. Show's not like that, right? Like, she's going to end up having some other ulterior motives. I don't know what it is yet, but there's something else going on with Lady Talisa. Jon Snow. I want to like Jon Snow, and okay, fine. He's a man of principle. He has morals. They're going to cost him. They cost him all the time. And I guess this is an interesting parallel between Theon, who had to behead somebody and does it, but does it because he essentially says they're never going to respect you as long as this person lives. Well, that's what happens to Jon Snow. Like, I know that he shouldn't necessarily behead a woman, but this is a wildling, and I lost respect for Jon, and I don't have respect for Jon while she's alive. Because it's so clearly evident that she's manipulating him the way she's grinding up against him, she's getting in his head, like, as long as she's alive, she's a problem for you, Jon Snow. We got to catch up with Stannis and figure out what his army looks like now. And then Dany just lost her eggs. So hopefully in the next episode, episode 7 of season 2, we figure out who is stupid enough to try and steal the dragons from the Mother of Dragons. So, as soon as I get to that episode, I will post it here at CinemaBlend YouTube page. You're going to want to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you are alerted immediately once we post that new episode, and we will see you then as the Game of Thrones marathon continues.